Price tag on welcome sign raises eyebrows. Guyanese fashion designer killed in Trinidad. And volcano eruption likely to last weeks. I am Enrico Bulford, and this is Uncut News. A new signature landmark has been erected at the roundabout near Chedijagan. The 20-foot Welcome to Guyana sign and the placement of 100 hanging flower baskets on the light post from the Tamari Junction to the site forms part of the First Lady's National Beautification Project. The sign was designed, built, and installed by Impressions, and the hanging baskets were sponsored by Total Tech. But it's the project's estimated $25 million price tag that has got some people on social media up in arms, since the government never specified whether they bore the whole cost for the project or not. Some people are still upset as they feel the money could have been better spent elsewhere, especially since the government is always complaining about how APNU thief all the nation's money. While others applaud the First Lady for the initiative, they still feel that Impressions did a poor job using inferior building materials at an inflated price. Honestly, I have no idea what's the cost of a metal 20-foot Welcome to Guyana sign, but I can say that they could have done a much better job with the landscaping. The police's prime suspect in the Ricardo Fagundes murder case, 32-year-old Ronald Kilipakis, was today charged with damaging a cop car. According to the police, he smashed in 2 windows when they were bringing him into Brickdam on April 9th. He originally offered to compensate the force for the damaged car windows, but they insisted on prosecution. He pleaded not guilty and was placed on $5,000 bail. Bacchus will be back in court April 21st. Today, 45-year-old Reagan Rodriguez, also known as Grey Boy, was acquitted yet again for the murder of political activist Courtney Crumb Ewing. The decision to find him not guilty followed a successful no-case submission. While it is alleged that Crumb Ewing was actually accosted by 4 men in a vehicle, only Grey Boy has ever been tried for the crime. Last night, 36-year-old GDF Sergeant Brian Mitchell died in a head-on collision on Homestretch Avenue. According to police, Mitchell crashed into the incoming car after he attempted to overtake another vehicle. His 7-year-old child was injured in the accident and is hospitalized with a broken leg. 2 occupants of the other car have also suffered various injuries. However, they have since been treated and discharged from the hospital. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's car of the day. Currently on sale is this 2010 Toyota Hiace Super GL. It comes with push-button start, all seats, sliding glasses, dual AC, mag rims, new tires, CD, stereo, reverse cam, and much more. Buy cash for $3.6 million, or pay down as low as $1,440,000 down with around $76,000 monthly for 3 years, and it's yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at 171 Peter Row Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Enrico sent you for this sweet deal. In the diaspora, last night, 27-year-old Guyanese fashion designer and member of the LGBT community, Marcus Anthony Singh, was found stabbed to death in his apartment in El Dorado, Trinidad. Singh's motionless body was found in his bedroom by his roommate. The police over there have since opened an investigation into his murder, but so far, no suspects have been arrested as yet. One local family is seeking answers on a bizarre mix-up. They want to know how the body of their relative, 35-year-old Wasim Ramjatan, was buried by another family, while that family's body was presented to them for burial. According to Ramjatan's family, he died on March 29th. He had tested positive for the Rona just 2 days earlier. And according to the WHO, if you die within 14 days of having tested positive, the cause of death is automatically announced as the Rona. Locally, when that happens, the body is immediately sent to the Memorial Gardens crematorium for burial. Well, 6 days after he died, Ramjatan's family came to view his body, hoping to finally have a sense of closure by burying their dearly departed loved one. But this is where things got weird. The body Memorial Gardens brought out was not Ramjatan's, but someone else's, who had also died of the virus. According to the funeral home, earlier in that same day, the man's family claimed Ramjatan's body by accident, and they already buried him. Just to keep the peace, Ramjatan's family said they were going to just go ahead and bury him right next to the other man, just to keep the peace. But now they've changed their minds, and they want the hospital to dig him up so they can bury him closer to home. But the problem is, since he has the virus, it's actually illegal to exhume his body. The funeral home has since apologized to the family for their part in the mix-up and have since offered to pay for the family's funeral arrangements. Yesterday, Exxon announced that the Laser Destiny is suffering another issue with its gas compressor, forcing them to cut daily oil production from 120,000 barrels a day to just 30,000. The new issues were only discovered after repairs were done to the system after the previous set of issues. So, from one problem, it's another. Take advantage of huge discounts this Easter at Cellular Plus. Get the DL3 Pro Plus for just $16,000, or the DL3 Pro for $11,000. With prices like these, even your pet could have a smartphone. Get this deal at Cellular Plus digital stores in the City Mall, Starbucks Square, Massey Providence, and Massey Turkine. Offer valid while stocks last, so don't miss out. Now it's time for today's Run Report. Today, the nation recorded 97 new cases. There are now 260 persons dead, with 15 persons in the ICU and 1,143 persons in home isolation. The total number of known cases in the nation now stands at 11,374. So please, people, wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds. And remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. Now let's take a look at news in the region. Today, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents announced that they have intercepted a vessel in the Caribbean Sea, seizing an estimated US $1.2 million in bulk currency. According to authorities, agents seized the 22-foot vessel on the island of St. Thomas. 3 bags were located in the rear compartment, which contained bales of U.S. currency in shrink wrap. 3 men immediately fled from the vessel, but they were soon captured with the help of local police. Robbery season might be over, but the streets are still mean. If I were you, I would consider getting security for the home or business. I personally recommend Sheriff Security Service. I find that they are the most professional with well-trained armed and unarmed guards. Get some security, people. The Caribbean island of St. Vincent is likely to see further volcanic eruptions and ashfall over the coming days, experts have warned. The La Soufriere volcano first erupted on Friday, blanketing the island in a layer of ash and forcing thousands of people to evacuate their homes. Smaller explosions continued over the weekend, causing power cuts and disrupting water supplies. The University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center said that the volcano continues to erupt explosively with the production of copious amounts of ash. Explosions and accompanying ashfall of similar or larger magnitude are likely to continue to occur over the next few days, impacting St. Vincent and neighboring islands. So enough of all this depressing news for today, all this murder, death, volcano. It's now time for today's weird news story. It is not unusual to spot black bears in the mountain town of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Gatlinburg is the gateway to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which is home to hundreds of black bears. But it is unusual to see a black bear standing upright, opening a car door, and stealing candy from a vehicle. Footage of the incident shows the bear standing on 2 legs to deftly open an unlocked car door. Once that was done, it drops down on all 4s and climbs inside the vehicle, only emerging a few seconds later with a packet of food in its mouth. The bear soon loses interest in the snack. It stole a packet of peanuts and drops it on the ground before moving away. While the sight might be hilarious, some scientists are concerned that such behavior is a sign that the bears in the community have gotten smarter and are now accustomed to humans. But I say that as long as the thieving bears don't graduate to armed robbery, then I think the community is okay for now. Attention truck drivers. Hammer is one of the leading international brands for heavy-duty truck parts. Get high-quality brake pads, air valves, bearings, and clutches for DAF, International Freight Liners, Bedford TM, Scammell, and lots more truck parts seen here. This nice lady is not included. Get it at Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts at 1161 EE Eccles. Call or WhatsApp 697-0171 or follow Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts on Facebook. And finally, for our Uncut News Views Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in the nation, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So you give your responses in the comments, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was, should the government intervene and create an actual public transportation system instead of the minibus system we have now? Orlando Nelson said, I think the government should have their own minibus system and still allow some privately owned transportation, giving the consumer options, also teaching the bus drivers a lesson. Troy DeWeaver said, I said it long time and many times ago. They need to get all those minibuses and get some real transportation in the country. Shabani Griffith said, there should be major reforms to these minivans. In my opinion, these minivans should have been scrapped a long time ago. The government should provide bigger public buses that properly accommodate consumers. There should also be a national exam that all bus drivers must pass and a yearly recertification process so that those with bad records will not be allowed on the roads. In terms of loud music, more fines. But we'd have to trust the police to do that and, well, you know. And honorable mention of the comment from one of our Bajan viewers, Pero Holloway. He explained how errant minibus drivers are an issue on his island. Well, I'm out of time, so you'll just have to reverse this video back and pause it if you want to read what he said. So for tonight's question, how do you feel about the 25 million Guyana dollar welcome to Guyana sign at the airport? Is it a good deal or a waste of money? Think about that question, tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in Thursday's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Noriko Bullford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.